Norman Smith, who's with the MP who succeeded Charles Kennedy in the seat of Ross Skye and Lochaber. Back to you, Norman.
Joanna, thanks very much. As Charles Kennedy held a seat for more than 30 years, but then was ousted by Ian Blackford of the SNP, who joins me now. And that, I assume, must have been a pretty difficult moment for Charles Kennedy on the morning of the count when he realised that he'd lost.
Absolutely. I mean, Charles had represented the seat since 1983. He was well regarded, well respected within the constituency, had worked hard for the constituency. So, of course, I think losing the seat would be something that would be hard to take for anybody, but particularly Charles. I think in his heart of hearts, Charles knew that he was in quite a fight over the course of the last few weeks. And I certainly would want to pay tribute to his great character, his many strengths. He was a very human individual, someone I knew very well over a long period of time, and one actually I think that had shown great kindness, great friendship to many people. So very saddened to hear the news this morning.
I mean, he was born and brought up in the constituency, so obviously very strong local connections. Much has been made today of how people here at Westminster viewed him, but I would have thought there would be, I mean, even more marked affection in his constituency.
Absolutely. I think when you represent any Highland constituency, you have to be part of the communities, the varied communities that are there. And he was very much seen as one of us, if I could put it that way. A decent, honest individual, one that was at one with the people that he represented, a very friendly face, a very affable face, and one I think that people took to. So there'll be great sadness across the constituency, regardless of whether you voted for Charles or me or anybody else. But the human qualities of a man that was a very decent man. I can remember in the election campaign in 1999 for the Scottish Parliament, perhaps not the best night for the SNP, and I remember doing television with Charles that evening, and he was actually a great comfort to me, a great support, where a lot of other politicians would be, if I may put it that way, looking to stick the boot in. So a very decent man, and one that will be missed by many people, not just Liberal Democrats, but people right across the political spectrum.
How do you think living in the Highlands, or did living in the Highlands, shape his politics and his outlook in any way? Because of course he would have campaigned against you in the independence referendum, but how far was his politics shaped by where he came from?
I think you are shaped by your upbringing and where you came from. Of course, the Liberal Democrats wasn't his first party. He was in the Labour Party as a young boy at school in Lochaber, went down to Glasgow University and joined the SDP. So he was very much a left-of-centre politician, as one that clearly wasn't at ease with the Liberal Democrats being in government. I think that caused him personally an awful lot of pain. But a very decent human being, one I think that understood the nature of the communities he represented. He came from a crofting background, so these things were very important to him. And I think one that understood that you, as a Highland MP, that you wanted first and foremost to stand up for your constituents, to be a hard-working local MP, and it's a tremendous credit that he did that for so long, and I think he's set the road that I must follow to show respect for him in that same dignified way of representing all the electors, which is something which is a very clear Highland tradition.
Ian Blackford, thanks very much for your time. Joanna, I mean, obviously deeply missed in his constituency, but also here at Westminster, because, I mean, he was an MP for such a long time. He came here when he was just 23, way back in 1983. So, you know, he has been a fixture at Westminster for many, many years, which means not only does he have many, many colleagues, but also many, many friends.